Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated. It's Mary Jane. Let's talk about the Wildin' Out show. Nick Cannon. I've been watching this show forever. And so we have, DJ self-promoting both of his artists on this show. We got Mariah Lynn on this episode. And then Dream Doll was on the previous episode. So I was like, oh shit, DJ Self doing his job for next year. So making sure Mariah Lynn and Dream Doll have a storyline. And so that's cool. And the coach of the black team is none other than Matt Barnes, NBA player. Matt Barnes don't be playing around. He's strictly not for the bullshit. He's strictly here for the realness. So they was playing one of their games, one of their skits, and it's where you have to ask a wilding out girl, like try to pick her up, like your best pickup line. And so Mariah Lynn comes out and she was like, come with me, honey, so you can be on a hit TV show. I was like, damn. Nick Cannon was like, damn, no, she didn't. Even DC Young Fly was like, oh no, man, like no, she did not just diss us because she's on VH1 Love and Hip Hop New York. They was looking like, nah, man, like she's coming up here disrespecting, but I was like, damn, Mariah Lynn, you gonna go there? And so then we move on to play Plead the Fifth. Plead the Fifth is like one of the best, games that they have on the show. You can find out some real information on Plead the Fifth for real. It depends on who's on the stand, and who's asking the question. So we get to one question, and it's asked of Nick Cannon. Did you have sex with Chili after Usher? And Usher has the herpes rumors and this and that. And Nick Cannon was like, he was jumping up, moving around. He was like, I just plead the fifth. He did not want to answer that question because he didn't want nobody to assume that, he got the herpes, or Chili got the herpes, or Usher got the herpes. He was just like, I plead the fifth. He was like, yo, why you asking me this question? He was just like, damn. I was like, damn, you went there with that question. And so, because we know Nick Cannon loved the women and the women love Nick Cannon, and he has dated everybody. And, you don't really hear these women talking negative about Nick Cannon. I guess you must treat them right. Treat them well, huh? So then we move on to, Chico Bean. He asked Derek Barnes a question, and he said, what made you beat Derek Fisher's ass, basically? And he was like, because it's off of GP, it's rules to the game, homie. You don't do that. You don't go behind my back and sleeping with my wife, on a DL in my house and things like that, and acting like it's all good. And you guys, sleeping cozy in the house, comfortable and shit like that, all for my money? Nah. And then, Derek, Derek Fisher wasn't ready for the bullshit. So Matt Barnes was like, yo, so I had to do it off of GP. Strictly, there's rules to life. There's rules to the game, and things that if you act a certain way, you do a certain thing, there is consequences on this earth, in this world, and there's consequences for you, Derek Fisher. I was like, damn. And then we get DC Young Fly. He asks, Matt Barnes, so how did Derek Fisher act? Well, you was going through like that. He goes, ow, ooh, was he hitting back? What was going on? And then Matt Barnes continues to say, I beat him to a pulp up and down the street, allegedly. I chased him all the way around the house. I had him up in and out the house, chasing him outside, chasing him on the porch, chasing him on the balcony. He was running for dear life. He was scared of these hands. He was like, I had to catch the mother sucker too. And he was like, I would just... the way he described it is like he was just beating him to a pulp. He was just tearing him up. I was just like, oh no. And Matt Barnes, he said it was my house. It was in my house that I paid for. I was like, And so that's when DC Young Fly was like, you're a real dude, man. You're a real dude. And gave him 5. And then the other comedian, I don't know if his name is Joshua whatever. He's the young white dude with the glasses. He talks slow in the microphone. That's like his skit. He asked Matt Barnes, he was like, I know you're like a magician on the court. You like magic. Used to play for the Orlando Magic. Like, I want to know, what magic did you use to make sure you ruin all the chances for the Orlando Magic to go to the playoffs? And he pleaded the fifth. So it was pretty funny. And everybody was like, oh, no, he didn't ask that question. So that was pretty funny. And then Then we get the wild style battle, the wild style freestyle battle. And then Mariah Lynn, what did Mariah Lynn say? Mariah Lynn said, my name is Mariah. That's true. And you've been with Mariah, but I'm going to leave her broke just like she left you broke. So basically, Mariah Lynn, she goes, my name is Mariah, but that ain't no joke. Me and Mariah, I'm going to leave you like Mariah did broke. And so I was just like, oh, and they looking at her like, no, she didn't. And so then that's when Chico Bean got on the mic and he said to her, I really don't know who you are. I thought you was Bad Baby. I thought you was Catch Me Outside Girl. I don't know if Bad Baby and Catch Me Out Girl are the same. And everybody was like, ah! And so I was just like, damn. And so then I was just like, then Mariah Lynn, she said something to Nick about, like his rap career, ain't all that great or whatever. Basically, she was dissing him. She said something, and then he replied back, you're the definition of a culture vulture. I was just like, damn. So we going in. So how do you think Mariah Lynn, how was her performance on the scale of 1 to 10? I say it was a 6. She tried her best. She was very different from Love and Hip Hop. Peace. I'm out. One love.